This is how Swede speaks.
On Sunday, October 13th, Poland had their parliamentary election. The Poles elected members of the Sejm and member of the Senate. What you just saw was Kaczynski, leader of the Law and Justice Party, casting his vote. How did the election go? That's what we will address in this video. Before we get started, I want to thank all of my financial supporters. This is my day job. Without you, this channel would not be possible. I also want to ask you to check out my website, swedespeaks.com, and to follow me on BitChute. There are links in the box below, and you know, better safe than sorry, so make sure to follow me there. I mean it, it's really important. Also, check out the Swede travels here on YouTube. So, as I said, on Sunday, October 13th, Poles went to vote in their parliamentary election. They voted for all 460 seats of the Sejm, which is one of the houses of parliament, and for all 100 seats of the Polish Senate, which is the other house of parliament. In Poland, the president appoints the prime minister, who is then approved by the Sejm, or, if the Sejm disagrees with the president, disapproved by them. So what really matters in this case are the seats in the Sejm. So how did the election to the Sejm go? Kaczynski, leader of the Law and Justice Party and previous Prime Minister of Poland, said on election night that he had reasons to be happy. He sure did. To have a majority in the Sejm, you need 231 seats. His party, Law and Justice, received 235 seats. They have their own majority. As for now, it doesn't matter what the other parties do. Andrzej Duda, a Law and Justice politician, is the current president of Poland. It would surprise me greatly if he did not reappoint the sitting Prime Minister, Law and Justice politician Mateusz Morawiecki. Law and Justice received 43% of the popular vote, which is the highest share of the votes by any party since Poland returned to democracy in 1989, 30 years ago. The mainstream media in the West are not happy. Euronews calls the Law and Justice Party super conservative. They wrote this in an article published on October 12th, the day before the election. In that article, they speculated over whether smaller parties will become kingmakers in Poland. Well, the results are in, and that just won't happen. However, in the same article, Euronews quoted Law and Justice Party leader Kaczynski, saying, quote, "Our goal is to build a Polish version of the welfare state. We must in this term, and with God's help, if society supports us, we focus primarily on wage increases," unquote. A welfare state? Does that sound super conservative to you? To me, it doesn't. But let's have a look at Law and Justice Party's policies. In Polish, the Law and Justice Party is abbreviated as PIS. According to Wikipedia, and I quote, "In 2017, the PIS government commenced the so-called 500+ program, under which all parents residing in Poland receive an unconditional monthly payment of 500 Polish zlotys for every second and subsequent child. The 500 Polish zlotys for the first child being linked to income. It also revived the idea of a housing program based on state-supported construction of inexpensive housing units," unquote. So child benefits? Sounds more like social democracy than conservatism to me. The conservative solution, in my opinion, would be child deductions on your taxes instead. When it comes to abortion, Wikipedia says, quote, "Even as Poland's abortion laws are among the most restrictive in the European Union, PIS additionally opposes abortion resulting from fetal defects, which is currently allowed until specific fetal age," unquote. So PIS doesn't want to allow aborting, for instance, Down syndrome babies? As opposed to places like Denmark and Iceland, where Down syndrome is almost non-existent among the newly born, since they have all been aborted? I'm with Law and Justice on this one. Very good from a conservative point of view. On patriotism, this is how Wikipedia describes Law and Justice. Quote, "Despite being labeled by many former Western Bloc states as a nationalist party, PIS leadership constantly criticizes being offered such label. During the 2008 Polish Independence Day celebrations, Lech Kaczynski said in his speech during the visit to the city of Elbląg that the state is a great value, and attachment to the state, to one's fatherland, we call patriotism. Beware of the word nationalism, as nationalism is evil." On the same day, during the celebrations in Warsaw, Lech Kaczynski again stated, patriotism doesn't equal nationalism. In 2011, Jarosław Kaczynski criticized pre-war Polish nationalism for its intellectual, political and moral failure by emphasizing that the movement did not know how to deal with and solve the problems of Polish minorities, unquote. In this context, I'm going to agree with them. Patriotism means that you support your country, your fatherland, no matter your ethnicity. Several ethnicities can have the same fatherland. While nationalism is connected with ethnicity, as nation originally means people or ethnic group. That's why the Bible speaks about the nations. It literally means the ethnicities. You can use the word nationalism, but it is then, hopefully, redefined to mean patriotism. The term civic nationalism has been invented for that purpose. So, from my Judeo-Christian conservative point of view, they are right about this. And by the way, Lech Kaczynski, brother of Jarosław Kaczynski, founded the party together with his brother. Sadly, Lech Kaczynski, who was president of Poland, died in a plane crash in Smolensk, Russia in 2010. How about Law and Justice Party and Islam? Islam and Islamization is the greatest threat to the West right now, in my opinion. Here is what the Wikipedia article says. Quote, in 2017, the first Deputy Minister of Justice, Patryk Jaki, stated that stopping Islamization is his Westerplatte. In 2017, Interior Minister of Poland, Mariusz Błaszczak, stated that he would like to be like Charles the Hammer, who stopped the Muslim invasion of Europe in the 8th century. In 2017, Deputy Speaker of the Sejm, Joachim Brudzinski, stated during the pro-party rally in Siedlce, if not for us, PIS, they, Muslims, would have built mosques here in Poland. The Battle of Westerplatte was one of the first battles in Germany's invasion of Poland. That battle marked the start of World War II in Europe. I've been there. Anyway, when it comes to Islam, I wholeheartedly agree with the Law and Justice Party. On the whole, I would not call the Law and Justice Party super conservative. I will say that when it comes to abortion, to patriotism and to their view on Islam and Islamization, they are clearly conservative. Not so much when it comes to wanting to build a welfare state and hand out child benefits. They still seem to be the best party in Poland among the large parties. If I was a Pole, I would have voted for them. Yasha Munk, contributing writer at the American leftist magazine The Atlantic, wrote on October 9th that democracy in Poland is in mortal danger. To me, it doesn't look like that. Apart from Law and Justice's policies, let's have a look at some of the things they have achieved while in government in Poland. On August 1st, 2019, the Polish government abolished income taxes for people up to the age of 26 who make up to 85,500 zlotys, roughly $22,000. This was done to stop the talent drain. Young Poles moved to Western Europe for better paying jobs and also to get Polish expatriates to return to Poland. To me, it sounds like a good idea. More countries should follow suit. Poland's pro-family policies have also influenced Scandinavia. As I reported on this channel in December last year, a Norwegian lady was given asylum due to being persecuted by the Norwegian Children's Care Authority, Barnevernet. And this summer, in July, a Polish court decided not to hand over a Russian citizen previously living in Sweden to Swedish authorities. The Russian citizen, Denis Lisov, had escaped from Sweden with his children after his children, who are raised as Christians, had been placed under foster care in a Muslim family. When he was allowed to meet with his children, Mr. Denisov left Sweden. He was going to fly to Russia, but during a layover in Poland he was stopped by the authorities as he was wanted internationally by Swedish authority. However, a Polish court decided on July 10th not to hand him and his children over to Swedish authorities. So all in all, I'm happy about the Polish election and its results. I believe that the Law and Justice Party and its politicians will do a lot of good for Poland, and I hope that it will inspire other European countries. We should not forget that Poland has also refused to sign the UN's Migration Pact and that Poland is refusing EU's migrant distribution plan. Poland is doing the right things in those cases where Western European countries are doing the wrong things. So thank you, Poland. Dziękuję. However, Donald Tusk, President of the European Council, which is not an EU institution, and a left liberal, has recently said that he is willing to run for president if the opposition cannot find a better candidate. If I have understood things correctly, Poland's presidential election will be next year, in 2020. Let's hope and pray that Donald Tusk does not become president of Poland. And that's what I have to say about this. So what do you think? Comment below. And if you like this video, I'd really appreciate any donations. Even $1 makes a difference. If everyone who watched this channel gave $1, it would transform this channel. Just take a look at the links below. But if you really can't financially support this channel, I would be very grateful if you would share a link to one of your favorite videos from this channel on your social media, because ad revenue also helps. And it also helps against YouTube's deranking of this channel. Also, make sure to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell. Most importantly, please pray for this channel. And check out my live stream on Saturday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 11:30 p.m. Central European Time. And as I said, go ahead and follow us Swede Travels. Until next time, have a nice day, thank you for watching, and God bless.